Hey guys, welcome back to another KAKOBUY haul. Before we get started, I want to say all these products and more are going to be on my spreadsheet in the link in the description down below. First, we're going to go on with the clothing section, and we're actually going to start off with this white Chrome Hearts hoodie. We're going to show you the prices, if it's worth picking up, and the quality and stuff like that on it. So first, you guys can see a little more detail because of the light. Yeah, but we have ridges on the clothing. We have good texture, good 3D-ness to the actual clothing material. Yeah, the texture itself is really good. It's different from like the ones on spider hoodies because they have their own type of feel to it. So yeah, very good. This will run you around $30 to $40. But yeah, overall, this is a very good buy. I would highly recommend this if you're trying to pick up something clean like this hoodie right here. Now let's move on to the spider hoodie. This spider hoodie is one of my favorites. It's pretty much identical to the real thing, just like everything in this video. We see it has the gem texture on the logo, which is one of the most important things when looking for, a high quality rep. We see the details on the sweater itself. Very, very good. Very good weight, good quality. Again, this is going to run you around $30 to $40. And yeah, this is top quality. So is the last one. I forgot to mention that, but this whole brand of clothing that I'm going to show today will be top quality. So around $30 to $50. So yeah, overall, very good quality. Highly recommend this if you want to check out some spider hoodies. And now for the spider hoodie pants. Again, extremely high quality, has a great weight to it, top quality, just like the last one. You can actually get this in a set and also separately. Again, this is going to be probably $20 to $30. And yeah, overall, this is just extremely good quality. I highly recommend it if you are picking up that because for the real thing, it's a part of the set. Now moving on to the Denim Tears black and white hoodie. I like those clean styles of hoodies. We see, the tagging itself. A lot of the ones I'm showing you don't have tagging because I've had them for, a good 2-3 weeks and I've actually weared them myself. But yeah, this one I haven't weared yet, so the tagging's still on it. And it's overall very good, very high quality. It's just like the real thing. No one's gonna notice. And it's like way cheaper, guys. So I highly recommend this in the spreadsheet down below. And yeah, you can see the details on the sweater, the details on everything, the metal in the zipper, the details on the zipper itself. Everything is just so high quality. But yeah, overall, this has a great weight to it also, so it's definitely real, top quality. And once again, this whole set of clothing that I'm showing you right now is around $30 to $40. Maybe if it's a bit pricey, it can be $50, but it's still noticeably cheaper than the real thing you can get. So I highly recommend this, as I do to all these other products, but for clothing especially, this is very, very good stuff. Now we'll move on to the shoes. First, we have this Nike box right here. You can see it is a little bit, crumpled up because I've had this for a while. Had this on my shelves. I've opened it and closed it a bunch, carried it around. First off, we have this pouch where you can put the shoes in. It's very, very cool stuff. Yeah, you can see the name on it. Nike Air Force. So yeah. Now we're getting to the actual shoe. These are so cool. The Nike Air Forces. You can see the text, the print, everything, the 3D, the weight. This is going to be top premium quality that you can get. This is going to run you around $30 to $40, maybe $50 depending on, where you get it from, but it should be cheaper on my spreadsheet below. If you guys really want to check that out, I really highly recommend it. Yeah, overall, this is such a good design. It has so much depth to the texture. And yeah, if you're really planning to get a shoe like this, I'd really recommend these ones. Next, we have the last shoe of this video, but still many more products to go. We have this Nike Jordan 4s, the red and black version. Yeah, again, top quality, gonna be around 50, 60 even. Yeah, you can even see the inside. You can see inside the shoe. I don't know, not really on camera, but you can definitely see the inside of that. The depth from the, whatever, I don't even know what that's called, but the laces, everything, the color, this is just so clean. I definitely picked this up, and I did pick it up because it's honestly really clean. And you can get all sorts of colors. It's not just one. Remember on the spreadsheet, there's a bunch of colors to this. Same quality, top quality. Again, a good weight. Yeah, just overall, this is like a really nice shoe. My favorite shoe of all time, actually. And the red and black version is just so cool. And yeah, if you're really wanting this, I would highly recommend picking this up. Next, we're on to the, more electronic type stuff. We have the AirPods Generation 2. We have the 3s here, which are a tiny bit smaller. This will be, obviously a little bit better quality, but, overall, it's a great quality thing. Gonna be around, $20. But, yeah, can you see the difference in sizes? This doesn't mean it's better. It's just bigger packaging. The actual better quality will be in the Generation 3s. So if you're trying to pick up a cheaper alternative to AirPods, So really, really good. I have like a stash of these because they're just so cheap. And, you know, everything's good. We can actually open some. Here we go. We open it. You know, it's kind of hard with one hand, but, you know, we have the Apple, you know, logo, everything. We have all the tags. You know, again, if you're trying to buy reps and not wanting other people to know, genuinely no one's going to know this. Everything about it, it's to the packaging, to the actual quality of the earpiece is very, very high, top quality, and it's so cheap. Guys, like, I'm serious. I literally own a pair of these myself. They're really good. That you can even hear the sound there, the greenness. It's just overall very, very good product if you're trying to pick up some cheaper alternatives to the AirPods for the same quality. So overall, I highly recommend these. Also, if you're trying to go into the more, you know, electronic technology version of KAKOBUY, I would pick these up. They're very, very good stuff. Yes. Now moving on to one of the clothing brands from Nike Tech. These are, you know, amazing quality, top quality. Will run you around, you know, 20 to 30 just because they're pants and they're not the sweater version, which will get you a little more money, but still like noticeably cheaper. You know, I have real Nike Techs and these like are the exact same. I honestly have them in my closet and I don't know which one is which sometimes because it's just such high quality for its pricing. So guys, if you're genuinely trying to pick up Nike Tech and you know you just don't have enough money or you're trying to find a way cheaper alternative, this is the place to go. You know, you can even see in the tag, it's just extremely legit, you know, very good. This is the real brand that makes it. And yeah, just if you want some Nike Tech, this is the way to go for sure. Now we're gonna move on to the more cheaper parts of Nike Tech and just this brand in general on KAKOBUY. Is, you know, these are gonna run you around like $1 to $2, so they're incredibly cheap. I'm pretty sure trying to get this at the average, you know, store or anything is around like $15. So you're way cheaper. You can just stock up on a bunch of these. And again, I have a pair of real ones and a pair of reps, which are these, and they are the exact same. You cannot notice the difference. They're extremely good, extremely high quality. I would highly recommend these, honestly, to just get a box of them. Just order like, you know, 10 to 15 and then you'll have like socks for days. Like it's genuinely like a cheat code this. Moving on to the more accessory type stuff. Here we have a medium to high quality Nike Elite bag. This is gonna be around $10 to $30. You know, it's good quality obviously for its price. So is every product, no matter the quality. It's so incredibly cheap that it's worth it. I have a real Nike bag and this is like basically identical to it also. Is just you can see in the, you know, in the tiny little things, like the bubbles itself are a little bit less inflated, but those are just minor things. The weight of it is a little bit less, but again, this is gonna run you way cheaper than the actual bag. So I'd highly recommend just going and getting this if you're trying to cop some, you know, Nike Tech. So yeah, highly recommend this. This is very good stuff. You can even see in the tag here, it's high quality by Nike, you know, very good stuff. The weight to it is a little bit less, so that is the only main concern. But honestly, no one's gonna notice if you buy these, you know, compared to the real thing, because no one's weighing the bag. Like people just see the outside, and the outside is pretty much identical. You can see the, you know, tag here. So everything around it, it's so good. Again, $10 to $30. If you get it in my link in description, it can be cheaper than getting it on the actual site. So I'd highly recommend that. Now for the last item, we have a very, very high top quality jacket, North Face jacket. So this in reality is extremely expensive. The actual real version of it, it's by obviously North Face. So this one with the XX actually runs you around like, I think like $1,000 or maybe a little less, like $900. But this itself is like 70 to 80 because again, this is like identical to it. No one's gonna notice. I've wear this to school for 3-4 months and no one's noticed whatsoever. It is such a good quality thing, especially in the winter time right now. Highly recommend this. The zippers, everything. I've wear this for the past 3 months and I have not noticed anything. No, you know, nothing, you know, that stands out in any significant way. Nothing really at all. Like I haven't noticed like the logos itself, it's all made, you know, premium, but just for a way cheaper price than the real thing. Like genuinely, the real thing's extremely expensive. It's like $900. So yeah, I would just get this if you're trying to pick up a North Face jacket. So yeah, you can see the logo here. It's pretty good. It's like top quality. Sometimes I forget it's the actual rep because, you know, it's just such a real thing. And so is all the products here. But like, I'm just emphasizing this the most because the actual price of the real thing is literally like 10 times the price of this. So Highly recommend this. So is everything in this product. It's all over there. But yeah, buy it at KAKOBUY. And again, everything that I mentioned in this video and more is in the link in the description. So I'd highly check that out if you're trying to get some nice reps that are top quality, high quality, and noticeably cheaper. I'll see you in the next one.